Well, I think probably the greatest incentive is that once you stop pointing fingers at each other, you give yourself room to experiment and make an occasional mistake, which you can then analyze and redo. And once that happens, there's an energy that develops all on its own, and an enthusiasm for helping one another out, and before very long, it merged into things like being very careful when one part of the system implements a program to know how that's going to affect the budgeting and personnel of the other players in the system.
Anyone else want to address that question?
I'm not so certain that there needs to be incentives. I think when we talk about incentives, a lot of people walk away and go to some kind of monetary incentive. I think most people that entered law enforcement entered into public service did it for the betterment of society, and it's really an incentive.
Professor Stone?
Well, I mean, it's over a period of time I've been involved in a number of groups that have tried to work together to develop policies. I think you need leadership from the top to bring the necessary people together and some sort of perseverance to keep it together, because it's not, people are representing various constituencies, and sometimes it's not as easy as it sounds just to bring people together. Hopefully, over time people can build trust and feel that they can talk together without fear of being in the paper the next day. But it's hopefully, I'm confident that people are in good faith and realize that we've all got to participate if we want to create a system of justice.
I agree with the Chief and with Professor Stone. I think that efficiencies, working together has its own rewards. I'm not sure there has to be any incentive. We had a federal lawsuit hanging over our heads. I was on the point of that. That didn't affect the public defender or the chief judge. I was supposed to be held in contempt. So we found that when we made offers more quickly, when we had more information and offers were better offers, more reasonable to public defenders, the assistant public defenders found their judges. Their clients were complaining that the cases were dragging out, and the clients were getting reasonable offers in a quicker fashion. I was never an assistant public defender, but I know that they would tell me that their clients really wanted to maintain some control over their life. And if they knew that they could plead guilty and that this was going to be the disposition, that was somehow maintaining control. So we tried to lay out the best offers we could, because we knew that they would be more likely to be accepted. Judges enjoyed having more information coming in, and they could make better bond decisions. And they were more confident in the decisions they were making. We, as prosecutors, obviously our goal was to get basis of the system and to relieve some of the pressure in the jail. And as we reduce caseloads in the trial attorneys, because we're diverting more cases into the pretrial unit, that made the trial attorneys much more efficient. They could expend more resources on the important cases, and that had its own rewards as well. So incentives are good, but frankly, I think we have a lot of well-intentioned people in the system. Bring them together. I think they will do the right thing.
I'd just like to add that it does not take as long as most people, certainly including myself, expected to develop that feeling of trust. Really, just a couple, 3 months of everybody behaving well, and you start to see the benefits so quickly, then it really does reinforce itself.